I haven't done a video for a little while, but this one is important. It's perfectly okay to shop for a mortgage. However, just because you talk to somebody that works for a company and has an NMLS license doesn't mean they know what they're doing. I know, it's shocking, especially for VA loans. Let me give an example of why this is important. Imagine a buyer who's buying another VA property. They already have a VA loan, but they want to buy another one. I've taught in classes that it's perfectly acceptable for a veteran to have more than one VA loan at a time. When that happens, you have to look at the county loan limit and figure out how much entitlement they have remaining so they can buy their next property without a down payment. So this veteran buyer talks to a loan officer who tells them, great, you can look in this county. It's a high cost county. And the loan limits for a 1-unit residential property are over $1.2 million. And it goes all the way up over $2 million for a 4-unit property. So this buyer, he's a smart real estate investor. He's looking for multifamily properties to move into. And his loan officer says, great, a 3-unit property. Here's the county loan limit. Here's how much VA entitlement you've used. And here's how much you have left. You can buy a house for over $800,000 and you don't need a down payment. Sounds great, right? Except that's wrong. Here's why, and here's the potential repercussions coming from that bad advice. As we know, VA has their own rules, and in their handbook, they state they don't care if it's a 2-unit, 3-unit, or 4-unit property. They're only going by the single family property loan limits. This isn't a lender rule. This isn't a, well, your mortgage company is more strict than this other loan company, or this person knows how to get it done. It's none of those things. It's in black and white in the VA handbook. Rules that everybody has to follow. So now what happens when this buyer goes to look at an $800,000 house thinking they've got all this entitlement to work with for their next VA loan, but then their file goes to get reviewed by underwriting and the underwriter says, you actually only have this much entitlement. Good news, you can still buy that house. Bad news, in this situation, buyer needs to put down about $100,000. Probably not ideal for someone who's expecting to use their VA loan and have no down payment. So when you are shopping for your next loan, make sure you do your due diligence. Ask for referrals, look at reviews, and if I was a VA buyer, here's 2 questions I would ask my loan officer to see if they're versed in VA. Number 1, I'd ask them if they know what my residual income needs to be and what that residual income is. If their answer is either, I'm sorry, you're what? Or say something like, your residual income needs to be good. Neither one of those are really great answers. And number 2, I'd ask my loan officer, what would you do if the appraised value came in short on my property? They can't walk you through a detailed explanation of the reconsideration of value process, and that's a red flag. They don't know it, and they probably don't know VA very well. So absolutely, it's okay to shop. Make sure you go out, make sure you get a great deal. But make sure you're also finding a knowledgeable professional who can help you accomplish that number 1 goal, which is actually getting the house. Because that great deal you see on the internet isn't worth a whole lot if they can't get you to closing.